Hey, old man, is there a chair open? Great. Yeah, I know it's been a while, but it's like crazy out there, just like you used to warn me. I know, but do me a favor, take your time, cause I'm in no rush, and just tell me those things you used to tell me when I was a little boy. Give me the usual. A little off the top stuff. What's so hard for life to make some sense, man? Making ends meet, can't get to sleep, so I'm worried. So, old friend, won't you lend me your hand? And I help the children try to understand. A little off the top.
No, New York. You got to worry about New York. They scared of Chicago.
What about the Lakers?
The Lakers?
I don't know. It depends on. So Chicago gonna win the series then, cause can't nobody figure out who Chicago gonna play.
No, you can't. No, it's like this right here. It's like this right here. I can see them. Depends on Kemp though. You know what I'm saying? Because the Sonics can come up and beat. I think the Sonics can beat the Bulls.
But you can hear about Kemp. Is there rumor about him?
I don't know, man.
Alcoholism?
I don't know. It was just a rumor. They showed it on ESPN. They said that he said that some of the players said he had a problem inside the gym, but then when they had the interview with him, he sent out a statement and the interview saying that he never had a drinking problem. That's just something the press had muscled up.
But you know what though, man? Even if he don't have a drinking problem, you got to admit this year his game been way inconsistent. I mean, he started off the wrong note anyway, not wanting to play. You know what I'm saying? The first part of the year.
Well, he wanted money. He wanted holding out for money.
He was holding out for more money, which you kind of understand that in a way, but you got to realize, man. I mean,
business, everybody got to get paid.
Everybody can get paid, man. But you know, you got to look at the team too, though. You know. Yeah, but then you know that goes back like in baseball. Remember in 1992 series when Otis Nixon was caught with cocaine. Yeah. And I mean, right at the peak, man, of the season, especially in them going to World Series. You know, the players do that. I mean, it costs them money.
Yeah, man, but it's like this right here, man. You know,
I believe once these professional players get all this money and they got so much to do, a lot of times they go to drugs just to be easy, it just ease their mind off because there's a lot of stress. Flying in from town to town, playing 82 games, that's stressful.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure.
Get anybody to get to drinking, but you know, once it becomes drinking, it's a problem. But once you get to actually you have to do drugs to, you know, just to be able to make it to the next game. Back and forth don't make no sense.
I feel you, because you know, people don't care about a player playing hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, they knee messed up, they whatever. You know what I'm saying? Hurting them, so I can see them, you know, taking whatever.
But see, drugs ain't just hurting the NBA. Just think about our kids. You know, in our communities, man. You know, people we know that's on drugs, probably for some of the same excuses that NBA players or anybody that's got star stature might say. Because I mean, you know, I got family that you know I never would have thought would have been hung out on crack during the crack time.
Well, I had an uncle. He was really, you know, stuck on crack and stuff, and then, you know, he got in prison, and he kind of found God in his life. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on with y'all?
He kind of told me that, you know, just, you know, get in school and kind of, you know what I'm saying, do good, you know what I'm saying, and try to stay off that crack and stay away from the drugs and peer pressure and, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that.
Yeah, man. You know, it's like that.
It's really destroying our communities, man.
Yeah, because most of the time, you know, like the athletes, they be in the spotlight and they get all the attention about when they're on drugs, they go into rehab. But the regular person, you know, they don't spotlight them, but it's millions of, you know, just regular people out there on drugs, and it's really hard.
You know, I never understood what makes a person want to do drugs.
Think about it. Really.
Yeah.
Some
folk, you know,
sometimes I think it's well, I'm just saying for the kids right now. Everywhere you go now, you hearing blunts. They selling blunts at gas stations, liquor stores,
Ice cream
singles
trucks.
right now, everywhere.
Ice cream truck, you
And
know.
these kids listen to rap music constantly.
Right.
And then they growing up in the urban environment anyway. First thing they thinking of, they gonna be in the game. They want to roll up blunts. But rap music got them rolling up blunts.
Yep.
Advertising, you go buy a shirt these days with what they say have a shirt, Philly blunts. Then they show an old sign when they only cost 5 cents.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
don't make no sense.
But I don't understand though,
Don't get
man.
rich off of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and then look,
No,
the parents ain't really stepping up
No.
and doing their job of being good parents anyway.
I mean, how can a parent be a good parent? How can your parent tell you don't smoke weed and they rolling up a joint?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you gotta
Yeah.
look at this here. Everybody was brought up in this world, you know what I'm saying, to sin, really, you know. And it's like we were born to sin, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
So-
deeper than that though, cause it's being destructive right now. And I mean, you know, think about it, man. It seems like it's just that every time you turn around, it's somebody getting shot or killed. And it's a step to another level because the drugs are creating violence.
Yeah,
Creating violence among young kids, man. And I mean, in elementary school. You know,
young
they
people-
want to walk and be
Yeah.
like in gangs and stuff
Yeah,
like
but see,
that.
they really think they can know. When when people first try out drugs, they really think, well, I can handle it, you know.
Right,
Well,
right.
just like the crack thing, a lot of
Right.
people think they can beat that crack thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's just happened to this person, and happened to that person, but
Right.
I can handle it. But
I
really,
think it's a mind thing. You
Yeah.
don't realize the drug attack more than your mind. Your mind can't be strong enough to totally overcome the effects that crack and those drugs have against your body. You know what I'm saying? You get more than just a mental, you get a physical addiction to that stuff
Exactly.
too.
Exactly.
And that's why I cannot look at a person who's strung out on drugs and look at their life, look at how they live and say, hey, I want to be like them. You know what I'm saying? I can't see myself looking at a crackhead, you know, a person who cannot hold a job or someone who's stealing from their parents, stealing from their loved ones and say, hey, you know, I want to be like them. What make them want to pick up that rock, you know?
Think-
do it
See, a
out.
lot of times that crackhead that's out there smoking and doing all that, robbing and stealing used to be the same one who was out there getting rich off of it in the neighborhood. And then if anybody knows, it's just like watching Scarface, don't get high off your own supply.
Yeah.
And then once you get to selling, you making you a little money. You get the girls, you get the gym shoes, the good clothes, and before you know it, somebody that's gonna be in your circle gonna try to get you to do it. And once you do it, that's when you fall off.
Let me ask you this question. What about the CIA thing? Do you think that has an effect on how that helping
Saying the
her?
government bring the
Yeah,
drugs
but-
in.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
just think about it. That's a big thing now.
Yeah, how else you think all these, drugs, cocaine, marijuana,
But see-
heroin, whatever, how you think you get it?
But what about
Yeah.
It's
I'm
like
just saying,
government
we
have a
know
lot of
this
sell
now.
drugs.
We
There's
know
a
this
lot
now.
of play in this.
It's like a bunch of crabs in the barrel. Ain't nobody gonna make it to the top, but everybody just study climbing every day, you know? It's like ain't
That's one
nobody
thing,
gonna make it to the
gonna
top.
hook you
Yeah,
up, man.
you know what I'm saying? Everybody figure that they can sell drugs,
shades,
you
man.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
by, take the easy way out, you know what I'm saying? Instead of getting a good job, you know, and trying to make something of their life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can feel you with that, man.
He
Because
touched on something deep though.
yeah, because
Okay, how about, it's bad on the streets too, but how about the kids who graduate, they, even though it's not, you could, a lot of people make it with doing drugs and make it good.
What's up, Cal?
What's up, man?
What's up, Sam?
What's up? What's up?
What my father with you, boy?
What? Man, you need to get off that stuff you smoking. Y'all in here talking about today.
I want my father.
You right back up in here, huh?
Tell you, we were talking about crabs in the barrel, man. I was telling them about how many cats, you know what I'm saying?
Like
Just,
in the
you know what I'm saying?
drug
Always trying to put another brother down, you know what I'm saying? Soon as he try to make it to the top, have whatever, you know what I'm saying? They
Right,
try to
right, that's what
steal
I
his
wanna
car,
hear.
you know what
Right,
I'm
that's-
saying?
that's what I'm
Break
saying.
into his stuff, you know?
Look, this what I'm saying, D.
Man,
You people make it through, a lot of people make it through life doing drugs. Okay, now you got the young guys, even though they graduate through high school, how you think they go all the way, they do the best they can to make it to college, and then they fall right up in this getting high mentality, parties, thinking they could just, it don't make no sense.
You know
That's
what?
crazy.
To me, that sounds like a cop out because you know what I'm saying. Drugs don't make you do it. You do it because you want to. Now, when you under the influence of drugs, it might get you to do things that you might not do under your rational mind. But if you never had it on your mind, drugs ain't gonna put it on your mind. That's something that you had on your mind, and then the drugs just give you the guts to do it. Because I smoke weed out. You know what I'm saying?
All day. For sure.
All day.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So all that bull you stressing, y'all need to cut down.
So I could say drinking alcohol. If I could go out on the sober side and get 5 girls, I know for a fact if I get some hen up in my life, I know I'm going out to get at least 10.
That's what I'm saying.
I know I'm gonna get 10. Right, that's how I feel sometimes. You just gotta, man, do what you gotta do sometimes.
Okay, now check it out though. But he touched on something deep about, you know, the crab in the barrel syndrome, where you have people in your life that hold you back. Okay, when they see you struggling, because we all struggling, okay, every day, and you struggling, and they see you struggling, it's the same thing like in the drug game. A drug dealer over here, he don't want this one to have more than he got, so when he try to get more than he got, he's shooting him down.
Yeah.
Okay, and they shooting him down. They going after each other. So it's like,
That's basically the black community, period.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, not just drugs.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. You know,
I mean,
You join the church gonna help you out. It's just the peers around you to know that they ex-cons, they going to court constantly.
churches is a different
And then
story.
once you see you about to, like, man, I'm getting tired of this constantly every day after day. I ain't gonna do this no more. I'm about to go to school. Man, you ain't going to school. And then before you know it, you pop, and then you go back, you go to school, go back home for spring break or summer vacation. You're gonna see them same guys out there doing the same thing they was doing. Then they gonna
school.
right then they might have their money on, they might be doing even better. But then they want to pull you in.
That teach me a lesson not to go down there, not to go back. You know what I'm saying?
No,
not to even hang around them.
It's not what you do, it's how you do it.
a lot of people sell drugs because they have to.
Everybody don't have the stress.
You know, 'cause
Yeah.
I've been out there.
Yeah. Yeah. you know
I
about that.
ain't got put out the house, you know, for one time and didn't have no other choice but the result of that way of life.
Hey, you got to.
You know, I just
I had
say,
to
man,
eat.
You know, it's like that with that crowd mentality, man. You see a lot of folks, man, you know, they tried to get out there and do what's right. They tried to do what's right, but because of other people just not wanting them to see them excel, they end up resorting to doing something wrong.
But you know what? I call that capitalism. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like this. I mean, I understand that, you know, brothers pulling other brothers down, trying to get up there themselves, but I can't blame them brothers myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to get on top. If I got to step on some toes to get on top, then that's just what I got to do.
So-
I mean,
so you
the
say-
white man been doing it.
So you sell drugs and all that, huh?
I sell drugs. I sell my mama if she let me.
Take it here with these clips. Don't you?
Give me about $5.
Yeah, he done went off.
I'm talking about getting my loot on. You know what I'm saying?
So we're talking about
He
don't
talk
mean
that
nothing.
stuff every day. Every day he come up there talking that same.
Think about the brothers that
Y'all
thought
singing
like
that
you.
Sweet love song. You know what I'm saying?
Think about the brothers that thought like you, came up successfully and back down because he got hooked.
I guess let's say it like this right here, man. How many people do you know sincerely with your mentality? You yourself, how has that prospered you?
My pocket's fat.
Man, please.
For a minute.
Give
Yeah,
me
for
how
a
long,
minute.
man? How long, Cal? Think about it, man. I haven't met not one person, man, rightly speaking, that came up and stayed up through any type of illegal or immoral method. Yeah. Man, the only way you're gonna make it by starting on a solid foundation, man, and growing from nothing.
See, I hear you. I hear what you're saying, but it's like this. Okay, I'm only guaranteed today. Tomorrow I may not be here.
Right.
But
You
I
ever
got
heard of
money
retired
today.
drug
You know what
dealer?
I'm saying?
Yeah.
My pocket's fat today.
All
All
day.
that stuff you stressing just sound like a love
What about
song to
getting
me.
God today? What about God?
I'm saying what you gonna do when you die.
Yeah.
You know we living at the last stages already.
When I die, I'm gonna be dead. I ain't gotta worry about
We
it.
about to go into a new millennium and you still talking the same old trash. No telling you been probably talking this for years.
But yeah.
He still talking.
Believe if you was a real hustler, you wouldn't be up in here right now.
No, he
Watching
just,
us get cut.
And owe me $5 talking about his
Yeah.
pockets fat.
yeah.
See, we ain't gonna even talk about
They
that.
fed off.
We gonna talk about it.
They
A
must
lot,
be fed off
a lot of
corn,
people
huh?
don't realize the real hustlers be up in the businesses downtown, you know.
Yeah.
I ride,
I
suits
ride.
on, no
Our money suits. We figured like we get a pair of Timbos, we got it
See,
made.
y'all know what it is. Y'all just a bunch of player haters. Y'all can't stand to see me happy. That's why I step on toes, just because of this. I get tired of people putting me down for what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Pac. Only gods can judge me. You know what I'm saying?
If you making all this money, why won't you just start your own business? Try to get you a business. Try to help out the community.
Why don't you
What's
mind your
around?
business?
No, see,
That's
look,
all I'm
that's what
saying.
you're doing. You're avoiding the questions.
Yeah.
Just like
Don't
right now, you
avoid the
walk around
question.
wearing Tommy Hilfiger socks. I didn't know he made socks. But you know what? You just made him $17 richer.
It's all right.
Okay?
I
So
just
why not
left the
start your
corner.
own business
Yeah, start
and make
selling.
some people in your community?
I just left the corner and sold
More-
some powder, and I just
more
made
business.
me $50 richer. So what's 17 from 50?
And who you gonna go spend that $50 with?
Hey, whoever I decide.
You gonna go trick it out?
It's my little- Whatever. I got something. I can. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. My page is going
But
up
then,
now.
You know what, I'm for real though. You know, people talk about
$200 right there.
Check it out.
Well, why don't you go in and get it? Cause you bringing me down. We trying to get us cut. We got bigger and better things to
Look
do.
here, dog. Look
Hey,
here.
hey, you
Why don't you invest some of that $50 around?
You know, check this out, man. You know, people, man, what kills me about folks selling drugs and everything. I mean, because some of them really rightly have good business mind. And I don't understand why they use illegal means to get the same results that you can use
Talk
by
up, I
that
can't hear.
rightly. I'm just saying they can start their own business
Right,
for real.
right.
Each one of us has talents, man. We got knowledge, man. Black men are smart.
sure.
We got talent, skill. You know what I'm saying? That we can develop and get our own business, man.
That's
Our
right.
own business,
That's right.
have our own. And we just keep our money within us, man. We can grow. We ain't got to sell no drugs, man.
Let me tell you about me, how I got started. It was like this. I remember when I was coming up, you know what I'm saying? I tried to do that legal route. I tried to do that school thing and everything. You know what I'm saying? I got a degree. You didn't even know that, did you?
See, the
You know what
got
I'm
a
saying?
degree,
But
yeah.
the thing was like this. See, the white people, they let you get your education and everything, but when it comes time to get that job, oh, they'll give you a job. They're going to make you the manager at rallies. That's all
talking
they're
about-
trying to
Think
do.
about this here.
That's not what I just
It's a
said,
different
though.
thing in a job and a skill. You can take a man's job, but you can't take a man's skill.
I got skills.
Hey, man, look, man.
I got the metric system down.
See, listen, bro. You know, it's like this right here, man. It ain't gonna be easy. I ain't saying start your own business gonna be easy. Man, because the thing of you say you went to the white man. I'm saying us as black people sticking together and building up our community. We do it within ourselves, man, because the white man gonna help.
But how long does that dollar stay in the black community?
Not
Think
long.
about it, because, you know, every time you make a dollar.
Everybody know it's been written down. It's proven that we the biggest consumers. Spend all the money and don't have nothing. Don't own nothing.
The
No
only
money.
way I think we can really make money.
You gotta put it back in the community.
Is straight have parties. You know what I'm saying? Have a
Yeah.
party every week. You know, black folks. You know what I'm
We
saying?
come
Gonna
to the party, huh?
We know we gonna party, so you might as well just go and have a party every week. You know what I'm saying? So everybody can come.
This-
you know, and we can all unite, see one another, and everybody be happy to be alive. You
This
know what I'm
this
saying?
how
You
one
gotta
way to
start
live.
your own business though.
Right, you gotta,
And
this
I think-
this the problem right
Get
here.
money in there.
The
You gotta keep
prices
money in there.
Yeah.
that they giving the wholesalers, they doubling up whatever the Arab on the block or the white man selling at the store or buying from a wholesaler, they charging us double.
See, I
Right, you gotta
I
see.
should do
You
that.
know what?
Right.
You know what? You know
Right,
what?
but
They
then
gotta
you have
keep
to
that
see
money
that.
in your community.
Right, but this what you have to do. Don't be scared to spend that extra dollar.
Yeah.
Of all these swine everybody be eating
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
They pork
That's
chops.
why I ain't gonna be
You
no
might as well
money.
go. You gonna eat something that's hurting you anyway. You might as well go on and pay an extra dollar or two for it,
And get it for the black man. Cause check this out, man.
cause they charging us more.
They charging us more, right? You know why they charging us more? Because they can buy so much cheaper. You know,
Yeah,
we can't
exactly.
afford to buy cheaper. You see what I'm saying? You know why? Because we don't keep our money within ourselves. You know what I'm saying? But if we band together, right? You know, then we can go out and
That's a
buy
little discussion.
franchise. When we get franchise, we can order for our entire franchise instead
Yeah.
of one store.
Okay,
We can get stuff
listen
cheaper.
this. Farrakhan, point right here. He trying to get $1 billion. He call it a gift. They won't let him get the $1 billion. He trying to buy land. He trying to start our own produce factories and everything. But why won't nobody sit back and support him? Everything
Yeah,
they
but
say is he
Yeah, but
anti-Semitic and this and
Yeah,
that.
but you gotta realize now, that money coming from Libya, who is a known terrorist. See what I'm saying? I hear what
Them
you're
same,
saying,
them
but
same
that-
terrorists,
that's crossing the line.
the same terrorists is the one that the United States want us to go over there and fight for.
Can I ask you
Fight
a
against
question?
them.
But see, you
Fight
gotta-
against
but
our
see,
brothers in Iraq.
I hear what you're saying, but
Never
think
done.
about this.
Like
That's
Muhammad
toward the
Ali
line
said,
folks, man.
ain't no when they was about to go to Vietnam, ain't no Asian never called me a
Let me ask
nigga.
you this question.
Yeah, I hear
What
what you're saying,
that got to
but
do
it's
with
deeper than
putting
that.
money in my pocket?
He helping the black community. What you talking about is irrelevant. You don't even need to be
But
a
yeah,
nigga
it's
as
just
far
like-
as now.
You guys coming around here.
It's just like, did y'all see the movie New Jack City?
Yeah.
Like they said at the end of the movie, Nino Brown told G Money, it's bigger than me and you.
Yeah.
Bigger than me.
Okay, so it's the same thing. It's just like with America. It's bigger than us, man. That's just, that's toward the line on the other side.
Right, but what about like the churches? The churches gonna get together, have them marches every night, try to keep the drug dealers up.
Yeah.
Drug dealers gonna try to get their money the best way they can.
That's
But if you
right.
could just put them between certain hours, that is a lot of less drugs to be sold in the community because it's not gonna be as open. You can't sit in front of a school while kids getting out selling drugs, doing this. Won't open no business in the community. We just laying on our back.
Let me catch that.
It
But
started by
Get
me
too
and you
thrown up.
today. It started by me and you today. We all just get up a little bit of money, put it together in a big pot. You know, we can go from there.
Once I
But
get some money.
Like I said earlier, man, a bunch of crowds in the barrel and ain't nobody gonna reach the
Think
top,
about this
you know
here.
what I'm saying?
If
I keep
everybody
stressing.
was born the same color, we'd still be divided because of jealousy.
Jealousy, man.
Jealousy, that's what it all boils down to.
Well,
We hate each
Why
other.
though?
once I graduate from college and get my money on, I know things gonna change in my community.
See, y'all doing all this talking, but while y'all sitting up here all this giving and yapping, I just made me $500. That's what I'm talking about. I get tired of people getting all self-righteous about do this, do that. Make you some money, then talk. That's
Man, I
all
bet
I'm
you
saying.
police
But
walk
check
in
it out.
and you would run up out of
I
here.
need
You
some
probably-
books.
you probably-
He probably on my payroll.
Yeah, oh,
They
so
check
you
it out,
big
man.
time.
You probably wait in the club and see the police coming, man.
Man, look
Man,
at
he'll
you.
probably run up out of here.
Man, how you talking about
That's
you making
all
all that
talk.
money, you got all this net, but you're a drug dealer, you ain't paying no taxes, you can't even have none of your name.
That's
What you
right.
talking about, bro?
Nothing.
You can't buy no
I
house.
bet you got $15.
Yeah.
Guess what I got my name? I got Benjamin Franklin. I got Grant in my name.
see,
I
I
got
can-
Andrew
we can
Money
take-
in my
nothing,
name.
man.
We can take that
Money
from
ain't
you
nothing.
now. And you
What
won't
is
have
money?
nothing.
All right, then why you cutting hair then if money ain't nothing?
No, we.
Man,
still
I ain't cutting
material.
hell for money, I'm cutting hell for
He
money.
not hurting nobody.
Cause he like cutting
Who is he hurting cutting hair?
Yeah.
You gotta get your
Making
ass
some
out,
brothers
you ain't
look
got
good.
none. So
Think
you know
about
what-
this
what you
here.
up in the barbershop
If the
for
people
again?
that had money give back, you can give away all your money and get it back as a tax write-off. But they're not doing that.
That's
It's
right.
not enough love. That's what the word is.
That's-
Love.
hey,
Compassion
Look how
for
many
another
people
man.
Spike
nail on
Lee
the
had
head
to
right
beg
now.
just to give him some money to make Malcolm X. People didn't want that movie to come out. Jordan helped him. Oprah Winfrey, Bill Cosby. See, you need to be doing something. Why don't you help us do something around
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, open up a business for them.
The
Give us some money.
community
We
center
open
down
up.
the street needs some ping pong
As a
balls.
matter of
Why don't you
fact,
go
Yeah.
go to the sport
Open
bar
up another
somewhere and get some
barbershop.
ping
Got some
pong balls.
money.
Didn't I give you $50 for them two shoes you got on last week?
We talking about some
See,
real
that's
money.
one thing. That's one thing. Everybody trying to be the big man.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Stop lying.
I'm
We talking about
helping
some-
out.
we
Now
talking
you
about some
probably
real
loaned me
money.
the 50. I gave it right back to you.
Remember that time we went to that party and old boy didn't have the money to get in? Who helped him out?
Yeah, but look,
That's
that's
help.
Every time you that ain't no help.
He talking about them
You
pennies.
don't get in, you coming there, you want
Because
double.
you said a little dope, you think you all that there. Well, I'm gonna go to school and I'm gonna finish the right way. So in the end,
And you
my
be
family
player
goes
hating.
in the woods.
So just think
You know
about
what I'm
this.
saying?
The same thing we talking about right here in the barbershop happen overseas in other countries. They do the same thing. They sell drugs, just like Taiwan, the Taiwanese. I mean, it's just prevalent in that community. They said that's where it comes from. The poppy seeds, all that.
But you
So
know
we
what?
sitting over here in America worrying about you sit over here and get your pockets fat, whatever you want to call it.
That's right.
But then you got people down there dying for you to get your pocket, and you so cold-hearted and arrogant, you don't even care no more.
But you know what?
But you know what though? Money ain't gonna get you what you
The
want.
reason I'm cold-hearted because I'm getting some of that money because I could never be as big as the drug problem because the government has to let it in order for it to get here. I ain't got no boat. I ain't got no
Yeah, but see,
helicopter.
what they
to fly
doing
over
for you,
here.
man? They
They're
let you
using
get your
you.
pockets fat
Look,
right now. But see,
I
what they
feel
doing,
sorry
they
for
building
you.
them jails up there so
I
we
feel
can be in
sorry
it.
for you.
Man,
You know
I
what
ain't
I'm
worried
saying?
about
Look,
no
you
jail.
can't help but feel sorry for you because I can see the way you talking right now.
What if I
how
told
you
you
let
right
your
now I was an
kids come
FBI
up.
agent?
You gonna
I'm
try
just sitting up in the barbershop.
You try to hustle your kids. Let
See a
your
break
kids
out there,
sell
break
some
for the
drugs
door.
or
That's what they
something.
do.
I know you ain't no FBI.
You don't know that though.
Them freaks we had the other week, let me know.
Oh, what, FBI man can't freak or what?
You know, if you was a big drug dealer, we wouldn't know about it.
No.
If you actually was a
Yeah,
big time
yeah.
drug
You
dealer.
know, if he was big time, he come here and wouldn't say
You
a
gotta
word.
come in and brag because you got your little new Thomas, you got
Right.
your
Yeah.
vision yesterday.
The
Somebody
only
give
reason we're talking about this is because y'all my boys. I see y'all all the time. Y'all know what I do. It ain't no secret.
Yeah,
But
okay.
they
What
don't-
about the
That's the whole
babies?
point, man.
So how about this? You saying it's not a secret. You growing. You got kids running probably all over the place. You done sold your drugs.
Yeah.
How you gonna raise your kids? What's gonna happen when you get caught and your luck run out and you sit in the penitentiary? And then my daddy a drug dealer.
Who gonna raise
What
his
about,
kids?
what about those mothers that you selling that crack to that's pregnant and they babies come out
Sick and all that.
This is what I'm
What
you
about
care
the one
about
who
that.
can't
You
pay
don't even
you
think
and
about
come
it.
up and just
I
put the
can't
gat
care
to
about
your head and
that.
take
Your
it?
baby, imagine your baby disabled to walk or see, you know what I'm saying? Imagine that.
That ain't my problem.
It's not.
Cause
Well,
they not my baby.
he's not looking that far
That
ahead.
is
I don't
right.
tell
See all our
nobody.
babies.
I don't tell nobody to come up and buy nothing from me.
How's that not your baby? That's all our babies.
Man, that ain't
You're a
no
black man, you know the African proverb, it'll take a village to raise a kid. You know, it take a village, a whole village
I hate
You
you.
know,
to raise a child. That's just like the whole community.
Just like the community, got that helping each other, man.
What is
So many
each
kids.
community, each African American community is a village.
I know.
Everybody
if it was
gotta
my
look out for each other.
It ain't like that
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, I know, I'm just let me get my hair cut, get out of here. You nerve wracking. That's why I can't stand seeing you, man.
The only thing he think about is the money
Get
part.
up out of
I
here.
got something to help your nerves.
I don't need I'm straight.
You trying to tear his nerves up? That's what you trying to do.
Man, don't come in my shop.
Yo, Sandman, I got the money for those packages, man. Hook me up.
Hey, I got
look
Look at
at
him,
him.
yeah,
Yeah, get out of here.
Right.
Got to go.
Thank you,
Get out of here.
Hey, you ain't doing nothing, cat.
Yeah.
Man, I'm
It
glad.
might be the last
he's
time.
gone. I'm glad he left.
It might be the last time y'all see it.
Man, every time he come around, I don't try to be violent towards my brothers, man, but I'm just wanting to slap him right in his mouth.
You gotta look past.
Man, they don't need nobody around me like that.
Yo, we need to
Oh,
write
man.
There you
Let's
go.
go somewhere,
Yeah.
man.
What up?
Would you go to church?
Yeah.
I've been to church.
Church might be.
Get a paper
That
route,
was,
real
that
job,
was the preacher who
anything.
just bought that.
Yeah,
preaching,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh, keep believing. The people who y'all think that's doing all this stuff, the doctors, the lawyers, the preachers, and all these communities leaders that y'all think, them the people who I sell to. Y'all
man.
think
You know what I'm saying?
He still
You
wearing the
probably,
same
you
old
probably
stuff.
selling to the Snoop Dogg and all.
Yeah.
Believe what y'all want to believe. Y'all scared to face the truth. See, that's the whole thing.
What's the
People
truth?
will throw up facts at you all day, but the biggest crackheads work in Brookwood Hospital, work in the government, sit on that judge.
Just a little off the top, pop, don't stop with the knowledge like college, graduating with honors, and you've been there, done that degree, now bless the ones proud, forgive the arrogant me. I admit I was blind, yo, put me up to see, yo, whatever you charge, it's alright with me, give me a little off the top, don't stop, a little